Hello and welcome back to another Uncle Tat's Creative Shack video. This video is a little bit different. I know I already did a review on this set, so you're asking yourself why is it here. This video is pretty much a fan requested video. Now, all my friends and my family, everybody who knows me knows I love Lego, and knows I have a ton of Legos. And the most frequently asked question is, what do you do with all your Legos? You have tons of them. What do you do with them all? Where do you store them all? Are they all in your house? Do you have shelves? Where do you put them all? Well, that's what this video is all about. So this particular set here, which I reviewed, I don't know, I think it was last night or the night before, is not something I particularly care about. I like the pieces in the set. I like, the opportunity to get a Kylo Ren, this figure here, an opportunity to get him for a fairly cheap price, so he's definitely collectible. As far as Rey is concerned, I actually have a bunch of Reys, so I don't necessarily need to have her. And then we have the terrain build. I like the pieces, and that's what's awesome about Lego, is that Lego allows you to be creative. You can use these pieces for anything else you want. You do not have to keep this set. I think I mentioned in the review of the set, you could actually take these trees apart, and you can actually make one tall tree, which I would think makes more sense anyways. Giving you the three small trees, I get it, but that one to me makes more sense anyways, and then these could just be tree stumps. Anyway, Lego, like I said, it's a the interlocking brick system that you can do whatever you want to do with them. You don't have to do this with them. You don't have to even display this set with them. You can just use the pieces. So to get back to the point of this video is how do I deal with a set like this? Well, there's really two ways to deal with it. Well, with the exception of displaying it in your house or whatever on a shelf or something like that, there's two other ways to deal with it. You can just take all these pieces and you can sort the pieces however you decide to sort them. You can use Tupperware or tackle boxes or something to sort the individual pieces, as they come apart from the set, and put them into, like, these could be all white bricks or white plates. This one here could be the white tile, or just tiles. You can separate them into, like I said, those types of boxes, which I do have a bunch of them in. But let's say some point down the road, maybe you want to build this set again. Like, you don't want to have it displayed right now, but at the same time, space is a premium. What do? Well, that's when you come up with these guys here. This is just a generic, great value, gallon size Ziploc bag. You can either use gallon size Ziploc bags, or depending upon the set, you can use these ones here, are just sandwich bag sizes, which are, well, they're not too terribly big. There's the set. But what I always make sure I do is make sure I have the instruction manual. This is why you save your instruction manual. Some purists would save their instruction manuals simply because it's Lego and they don't want to throw it away. Other people save the manuals for exactly what I'm doing, is so that you can store this set in its disassembled form for later usage. Or, if you are so inclined, you could sell this set on eBay. As long as you have the instruction manual and all the pieces and minifigs, you can sell it on eBay as a complete used item, and you could put all the pieces into these Ziploc bags. So that's the thing I like doing. You just take a brick separator. Not all Lego sets come with these, but if you've been building Lego for quite a period of time now, you'll have yourself a collection of these brick separators if you need it. And I always just make sure that, I don't have, I have so many of these that I can put pretty much one in just about every Lego set that I'm not using. They're really great when you want to separate pieces that are like that, like small pieces. And you just disassemble them. You just take the whole set apart, and sometimes that's actually just as fun as building the Lego set, is taking it apart. It's different, it's quicker. You don't have to like search for pieces. You just basically come at the model here and disassemble it on your own. There's no looking at the directions for step 2 or step 3. It's pretty much just grab and take apart. That's all you do. I find it to be a great stress reliever too, actually. You had a bad day at work or whatever, you just want to come home and you don't want to build the Lego set, you want to tear one apart. Well, that's perfect. Grab your instruction manual, grab a bag of or a box of gallon-sized Ziploc bags, put something on TV that's fun to watch, just something in the background, and then just sit here and tear apart Lego sets. This is the fun. And then what you can do, what I do is, especially if you're going to use a gallon-size storage bag, we'll get one of those ones out. So, and now let me zoom this back out a little bit. Let's see, there we go. So the first thing I do, I mean, you can write on here if you'd like, just take yourself a permanent Sharpie, you can write the set number on there or whatever. But what I do is I just grab the instruction manual and I put that in. I put it in a way such that it sits in the front. And then that way, as I put all the pieces into that bag, I'm going to put them in the back, so that the first thing you end up seeing is the instruction manual. And if the pieces fit enough, you can just fold the bag over like such, put it in a storage box, and then when you're ready to, you want to build this set, or you want to sell it on eBay or whatever, it's already broken down, it's perfect, it's ready to go again. Excuse me. Otherwise, like I said, if you find that you don't want to build this set again, I personally don't really care too much about this set. Like I said, I liked getting the Kylo Ren minifigure because he pretty much comes in that, or he comes in his own shuttle set, which is very expensive, which I also don't have a desire to buy that one either, but it's good to get the minifigure. He's got the custom 3-bladed lightsaber, which is pretty cool. He's the only one in Star Wars lore that I know about that has that, so that's a pretty good collectible to get. And it wasn't bad building it. It actually is pretty fun. You can build it and you can just have it out with the minifigures there, have them do their wielding of their lightsabers, and you can watch the trees fall down, and it does have some action features to it. It is pretty cool. And if you wanted to, you could elaborate on this set. You could get more white bricks, you could make the trees taller, or you could completely customize this if you want to go that route. But if you wanted to have more leaf pieces for other tree scenes that you want to make, well, here's some leaves right there. You can take them right off. You want to make a winter scene, you can certainly use those for a winter scene. But yeah, the choices are really up to you. It's just endless possibilities of what you want to do to store them. For the purposes of this video, yeah, I'll probably go ahead and store it in the bag that it came in. I don't have any immediate use for any of these pieces right now, but I do have the space to store it in a bag. And like I said, then you've just got plenty of options after that. So let's go ahead and start. So basically, take the bag open from the back, and then you basically just start putting pieces in from the back, so that the instruction manual is still in the front. Try to of course they're Lego, they're gonna roll all over the place, but I try to keep the pieces towards the back. That way, whoops. Yeah, there we go. That way you can instantly see what set this is. And I also try to make sure I take apart all the pieces, even though small sub-assemblies will fit in this bag without a problem. I like taking apart all the pieces, because then, again, like I said, it's as equally as fun taking them all apart as it is building them. So sub-assemblies just kind of don't do it for me. It's better to just take every single piece apart that comes apart. So there you go. So you got all your pieces in your bag, whatever, and the minifigures as well. I will definitely put Rey in this set. I might leave out Kylo Ren because, like I said, he's more collectible to me than Rey is. So I would just, and if I really thought about it, I'd go ahead and write on the top of the bag, no Kylo Ren minifigure. That way, if I go ahead and wanted to sell this on eBay, I would either make sure that I included the Kylo Ren minifigure, or that I said in the kit description that it does not come with the Kylo Ren. So either way, one or the other. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much how I do any Lego set that I don't want to have displayed. I just break them down. I find a night where I just want to sit down and do nothing but tear apart Lego, and store them in Ziploc bags, and then you can easily store these into, you know, even like a milk crate. You know, you can get a couple of those stackable milk crates, and you can just put all your sets, line up all your sets in the bag, and then you can just sort of thumb through them like you would if you had a record collection. But anyway, so if you have any other different ideas for storing your Legos, definitely, you know, send me a shout out how you like to store them. And stay tuned for the next video. Bye-bye.